I spoke to Veds the other day,
What about?
and
I've paid you all the way. 21k.
thank you.
Saying Eddie because she thought you
Yeah,
was. No way, bro.
I left Mandem Records.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So what did you hear?
I don't know that you had a meltdown and left and made Bella the COO.
You can't really make, once you've quit, you can't really make somebody else the boss of a company.
Yeah, but SK did.
Yeah, I got a interesting text from SK still.
No, he gave apparently he gave Bella $125,000 like promotion money.
I got told. Yeah, I got told.
And I mean, I was wondering that because you wouldn't be able to make a COO, no?
No, well, that's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, so
if you quit, if you quit the company,
what I'm saying is, in Mandem Records, she is the COO.
No, I made
you know
that. I did that before I quit. If that's what you're talking about, the app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, legitimately, someone who's quitting, walking out the door, can't really name their boss when they don't have the authority to do so. You know.
Well, no, but then obviously, like, I that's kind of what wavelengths I was on. Yeah. Until then, they told me that Sparky had been around and gave her money and said congratulations. So then, I mean, that changes it all, doesn't it, at the end of the day?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, 100%.
So, I mean, the thing is, people are saying, well, he didn't sound like himself. He wanted all this, but I'll be honest, to me, it doesn't make any difference. You know, if it's still Sparky and that's what was, you know, if he goes back on what he's done, that's up to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he should go back though.
Yeah, I don't really know what the.
I don't know what you know, so I don't really want to go over it all again with you because it's just like long. So
I don't really know too much, to be honest.
The short end of it is Saint stabbed Dick. I didn't agree. I agreed with what she did for Mandem. I didn't agree what she did for Mandem Records. And after, obviously, you already know the conversations that I've had with like Patar and other people about like violence inside the building, and stuff like that, where I was told specifically any violence in the building, if I do it, I'm gonna get fired. And that's all I was trying to say to Saint was like, what you did isn't wrong, like for stabbing him, but for what doing it inside the building is where the problem is. And I had only just hired Saint just before I left. Like, it felt like it's that, do you know, like early days with me and Jew, and like we were still figuring out like how our dynamic we're gonna work with, like you coming in and blah 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 blah, and then like me being like, oh, I'm the boss, so like I'm still the boss when I'm in here type situation. It felt like do you know what I mean by that, right? Like, I'm not trying to like, you understand what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I feel like that just like all went out the window. It was kind of just like, yeah, I don't care, I'm Mandem, so I'll do what I want. And I was like, no, I outside of this building, I understand that, respect that, whatever. Inside the building's where I got confused. What I will say is, when she stabbed him, she threw him out on the doorstep of Mandem Records. I don't know if you remember how long it took for me to sign Dick. Like, it took me like 2 months of like talking to him relatively like every day, like coming out with a package that he would be happy with, things like that. And then he quit. He quit literally straight after that. But the problem was, what happened was 2 GSF members pulled up on me outside the hospital and pulled guns out on me. I narrowly escaped. I ran inside Mandem Records to get Block Boy and Jay, because at the time we were very close. And I was kind of memeing a little bit with, we're at war, but I was talking to Block Boy and Jay, who are not affiliated with anyone, just 2 of my friends who I'd back them, they would back me type situation. Saint was in there, Chloe was in there. I said to Saint, but I remember saying to Saint, you do not have to come, Saint, if you do not want to. Like, this isn't a thing for you needing to come. She was like, yeah, no, I'll come. She came. Chloe came as well. We pulled up on GSF inside the clothing store, caught them slipping. They apologized to me. But that wasn't a Mandem. That wasn't a Mandem Records issue. That was a Fixer thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that little part there is where things are getting misconstrued in like a huge way. Like, that wasn't me trying to. No. What 2 members of GSF pulled up on me with guns. Oh, I missed out a key moment there, I guess. They were pressing me of like who stabbed Dick, and I didn't say Saint. I said I did it because to me, saying to GSF that Saint stabbed them is snitching. Is it not?
Hang on. So, well, no. Who's he telling? Who's he told that?
Wait, who told what?
Who's he told who's stabbing who? I'm a bit confused.
No. So when we were at the hospital, for GSF to pull out the guns on me was them asking. They was like, "So who did this?" And I was like, "I'm an RN." I kind of got a bit scatterbrained. I wasn't too sure what I should say, and in the end, I just decided, "Fuck it, I'll just say it was me." Just so I don't throw Saint under the bus and snitch.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I mean, it does. There's nothing wrong with it, but yeah, I know.
No, but like, to me, I'm like, if you stab somebody, and then someone come and presses me for you stabbing somebody, and I hold you in high regard, why would I then be like, yeah, it was that person? For them to, and you got to remember, no one was a bat. Like, it was just Saint. What? So then they're gonna go after Saint. Like, why would I do that? I would like, to me, I thought it would, to me, it made more sense for me to be like, yeah, shit, it was me. Like, to GSF to get out of the issue.
But,
yeah, that is what it is at the end of the day, that situation. And then, yeah, honestly, the long story short of it all.
You got any food?
Quit. No, I don't, unfortunately. Got Oxy, you want that?
No, that ain't gonna do much.
Yeah, long story short of it all is I quit, but I actually quit after threatening every week for the last fucking God knows how long and being a fucking idiot and a baby about things. I quit. I finally quit, and at the end of the day, I kind of have to deal with that, I have to deal with the repercussions of that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that is what it is. Obviously, like I said, I spoke to Ved. Ved wants me to go back. I'm going to be honest, where my head's at right now, like, I got lots of options, but where my head's at right now, I kind of just want to go back, but just be an artist, I think. And let people who clearly... The thing that upsets me the most, Denzel, and I think you would agree with me if you was around for it, because we've seen things eye to eye on these sort of things. Have you met Chloe yet?
I've met her, yeah.
Yeah, she's been around 3 weeks, yet she throws her weight around like she's the boss of Mandem Records. Jay, and this is not a slight at Jay in any way, shape, or form, but when it comes to a Mandem Records thing, he has a lot to say for a security guard.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean by that, right? Like, this isn't a I hate Jay situation.
Yeah, but how does he have a lot of say when you were the COO? I'm a bit confused.
Well, no, I'm talking about like when we had the Saint issue of stabbing, like when Saint was in the room, pretty much everyone's like, yeah, Saint, we agree. Saint leaves the room, everyone's like, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared for my life a little bit. Mandem can come in here and stab us whenever we want. That's crazy.
So basically, everyone's just, as soon as Mandem get involved, everyone's just dick riding, is what you're saying?
Obviously.
Okay, so I mean, we can solve that problem.
Do you not? But that's always been how it's been, right?
Yeah, to a certain degree, but
like, I feel like that's why I get myself in these situations, because I have always viewed it as there's a mutual respect.
Chat, this whole thing,
but I'm
right,
also
is
not
so
scared to say
fucking
when I
scuffed,
think
bro.
you guys are wrong in a business capacity.
So, what do you know is going on with GSF and all this now? Is what's his face? Who told me yesterday?
Dick Chicklets.
What's his name? BBC. Is he still with GSF?
As far as I'm aware, yeah, bro. He was hanging around with him, but I don't
Is
know.
he awake now?
No, I don't think so, mate. I literally just woke up, mate.
Okay.
I don't know. No. Well, there's another thing with the Dick Chicklets thing. This is after I'd quit. Dick Chicklets came to me and was like, "Look, I want you to come join me. They start a new record label. We're still artists from Mandem Records. Blah 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 blah." And then he was like, "I'm gonna sue. I've heard all these stories about things that happen at Mandem Records from lots of different people, which I know what he's done because I spoke to him before. He spoke to Roy, and Roy is still, being Roy about the ocean dumping. But what I think Ray forgets is like that wasn't a Mandem Records thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's not a business thing. That was me and Ray's friendship. And shit went south in a situation.
So how do you know? Do you know that 100% that she's had some influence there?
Well, you know, it's something you never know 100%, right? But for him to come out and say, I know for a fact he was at ecstasy. So I can put the two and two together, right? Like as soon as he got stabbed by saying he went to ecstasy for a meeting, he told me that.
Okay.
And then he come and spoke to me and was like, yo,
sorry,
I want to do all this
literally
stuff.
hold that thought one second.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hi guys. Can anyone save my life right now?
Yo,
What do you
wagwan,
need?
Denzel.
I need food.
Got you a side and
Yeah,
a drink.
I will pay.
No, don't worry about it. You're good.
I will pay.
You're good.
You know,
What money? You don't have a job no more.
why are you fucking eating that in front of me? That you're actually an L friend, okay?
What do you mean, bro?
Honestly, like I was dying of hunger,
Dre, you
okay?
can't wear that anymore.
And then you just start eating in front of me.
Hey, listen, I'll vouch for you. Here, I'm sorry about that.
Can't
Bro.
believe
I'll
you,
vouch
mate.
for you.
You know,
I'll talk to Shane now.
ever since I've left, you've changed. Yeah.
No,
You are
ow!
stupid. I swear to God.
Oh, what? Continue. Okay, I'll rather. I like Seaside got their own little world going on, their own little RPs and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Right, sorry, I'm back. There's a food break.
No, you're good.
I knew somebody over there. Left some.
Yeah, you're good. What was I gonna say? Shit. Look, the big thing with Dick Chicklets was he was talking about fucking litigation, suing Mandem Records, and but I went and told like quote unquote Mandem about this. Like I went and told Sang and Matt instantly. Technically, I did shoot Dick Chicklets in the head first, but yeah.
Right. So what energy is he on now?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I haven't spoken to him. As far last time I spoke to him, it was the last time I spoke to him, he got his own bad with GSF on me by having a sniper shoot at my feet and ocean dumping my car. But to him, between me and him, he pretty much said that it's squashed. Like things don't need to be handled with putting a bullet in someone. Like let's talk about things like we're men. So pretty much.
Okay.
But yeah, but beyond that, I don't know. I don't know what else is transpired. Is that the right word?
You got his number?
Transpired since then. Yeah, I can give it to you.
What was it?
Yeah, one second. I'm gonna send it to you. One second. That's his name. I'm not calling you a dick. But yeah, man, it is what it is at the end of the day. I don't really know. The big thing, there's a guy called Arthur as well now at Mandem Records. The big thing is I walked into something after being away for I guess 10 days.
Where have all these interns come from?
This is Bella has been hiring a bunch of new people. That's not a bad thing though.
But why is there so many? How's Marijuana back at I swear Marijuana left, did she not?
Yeah, she came back.
Why?
Why not?
But why did she come back?
I guess she went somewhere to make music.
Right.
I don't know. That's not a me issue right now.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to speak to some people today. Try to figure out what the best best way of action is. The one thing I'll say, bro, is the same thing I've been saying. I said to them as well. Don't get me wrong. I handle situations very poorly. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like everything I did was right. It wasn't. But I feel like from the artist perspective, I'm baffled because it feels like you're okay with watching another artist be stabbed. Like, and no one gave a fuck about Dick. It was just like, yeah, stab, boom, bam. It's like, okay. And yeah, again, it is what it is, though, I guess, you know. You know how it is, man. Game's the game, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunately it's one of those things when the gang and business mix. It's sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I'm at now, where I'm trying to figure that out. Like, Bella's the COO, cool, 100%. I will
Speak something, but it's
maybe
changed
talk
opinion.
about trying to get a contract.
That's the issue.
Again, I didn't take it. The only thing I'll say is, like I've said before, like, I never took a wage while I was there. I know, so MC Fix a COO and MC Fix a artist are two different things, you know? Like, I've got music. Like, that's the one thing that pissed me off the most with, like, these conversations who were there. Because you got to think, it was like, Block Boy has released 2 songs. He's been at Mandem Records for like 6 months. Chloe, been in the city. Forget even being at Mandem Records. Been in the city 3 weeks. Okay. Bella, been at Mandem Records for a while, released 4 songs. Jay, security guard / now a rapper, I think. He hasn't shown me his music, but whatever. Released no songs on the Mandem Records. Who else was there? Raiden. Obviously, Raiden's OG. He's more OG than me. So, like, what he says should actually be backed. That's all that confuses me. It's like, I feel like there's conversations that have been had with Saint about Mandem Records by people that have been in the company for, like, 3 weeks. Like, how do they get a say on higher management and things when they've been there for 3 weeks? They weren't there through the droughts. They weren't there when we were building it up for the 3rd, 4th time, 6th time. Like, they weren't there for any of that. And that's kind of the thing that baffles me. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've got a bit of time today, so I'll, you know, what's it called? I'll go through some things and, yeah,
do me a favor,
what I can find out.
like on a real. Do me a favor. Ask me, like, when you get their side of the story to everything, please at least ask my side.
What do you mean?
Like, if something comes up and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's this? Like, at least ask my side of it. Because I feel like from the conversations I've been having with people, it feels like it's a one-sided conversation. And then, like, people take that as, like, gospel, you know?
I mean, yeah, well, that's just the way it is. I mean, a lot of people will do that, especially when
that's
they,
why I'm asking you.
Yeah,
That's
like
why
I
I'm
said.
asking you. Like, don't.
Yeah, I can
like,
go in. I can walk in that
don't.
building now and tell them something, and that will be the way that
Gospel.
it is, just because of the people that are in there, you know, and because I'm in the Mandem, you know. But unfortunately, you know, it's a business. Regardless of whether you're in the Mandem, you should use that the ability to be able to do that very sparingly, because it's you don't want to have too much influence over a business.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I thought I was put in charge, if I'm honest. Was for situations like, to me, and this is why I said to Saint at the time, but she didn't agree, and I understand, like, her not agreeing, but there's 101 different ways we could have dealt with Dick Chicklets that wasn't stabbing him. As a business, there was 101 different ways. And considering that she works at the company now, when she's inside the business, I feel like she should have to come in with a business mind, not a gangster mind.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right. Well, say less. I do appreciate your time. Thank you for listening to me. I'm glad you're not donor warning me like I thought you was. I'm not gonna lie, fam. I've been paranoid lately. I've been super
But
paranoid.
apparently you were kneeling by the car and everything.
I was.
I don't even remember that, so I definitely.
Yeah, I kneeled down. I tried to talk to both you and Saint. You ignored me, so Saint ignored me because I then rang Saint and was like, "Yo, are we good? Like, I thought we squashed it. Like, I thought I apologized profusely, but she's like, yeah, I just ignored you because Denzel ignored you." I was like, "Oh, okay, great." Like, even more reason for me to feel like I'm fucking going crazy.
Genuinely, I wasn't even aware that I'd even done that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, well, it's right over matter, does it?
Right. Yeah, all right, mate. I'll leave you.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
leave it with you, and then
Yep,
I've got
yep.
some business to sort out. So I'll catch you in a bit. Yeah.
Yup.
What a long day. The thing is, right, chat, and this is I'm just gonna say it how it is. I think Denzel's gonna probably stop not having an opinion. I think he's gonna be a bit more opinionated on certain stuff, because the whole MDMR shit, it's an MDMR thing, right? And if MDMR people are beefing with Dick Chicklets and GSF, then they can deal with that, like, away from the Mandem. Like, people need to stop doing things, right? Just because they think the Mandem will like it. Does that make sense? Like, MDMR artists don't need to do things to try and impress the Mandem. They need to do things to, you know, impress the business people that work at MDMR. If Dick wants to beef Mandem, that's the issue. That's fine. Then the Mandem will beef with Dick Chicklets and GSF, not MDMR. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an intertwined issue.